What is good, everybody? It's BBKDRAGOON coming at you today with Right Side of Wrong, a legendary Forsaken pulse rifle. Hope you guys have been enjoying Destiny 2 Forsaken thus far. I've been loving it, and I wanted to highlight this pulse in particular because if you're a new player to Destiny 2 and you don't have a Vigilance Wing just yet or another PvP pulse rifle you enjoy, this weapon, when it rolls with the correct perks, can be a serious contender in PvP with the perfect set of rolls falling into the kind of A- B+ spot in my mind in PvP. This is a 450 RPM 35 impact pulse. It's also a 4-shot burst pulse. What that looks like is 16 body damage, 27 precision damage. And then that translates into 4 burst to the body will take down an opponent. If all of the shots land as precision damage, it's a 3 burst. However, this weapon can have Headseeker roll onto it, and the one that I tested was a Headseeker one. If you land your Headseeker procs, it becomes a 2 burst. And the takedown time, as you see here, is extremely quick. Very much competitive capable in the hands of the right player. You're going to be dealing 29 precision damage if you get the Headseeker proc. What that looked like for me was 16 body to start the proc, 29 precision for the second burst, and then 29 for the third burst. The fourth burst ended up being 27 precision damage, and I don't know if that is something intrinsic to Headseeker in Destiny 2 with the 4-shot burst pulse rifles. I've not done enough testing for Headseeker in D2 to know that. If you know, if that's the case, let me hear about it in the comment section down below. A standout base range stat of 73 makes Right Side of Wrong very useful on almost all the maps in Destiny 2. So long as you're not using it to try and control tight spaces, it will feel fairly awkward and bulky trying to ward off those aggressive shotgun players. The perks that I would look out for on this pulse are Drop Mag, Outlaw, Rampage, Zen Moment, Headseeker of course, Moving Target, and Accurized Rounds. If you had Rampage roll onto this, you probably could utilize it effectively in PvE. I don't think pulse rifles are probably the mainline favorite of most players in the PvE side of the game currently, but to each their own. If you have this pulse drop for you and you start using it in PvP, I would highly recommend setting yourself up on the mid to longer range sight lines. It's going to allow you to control spaces that are generally set for, the Vigilance Wing. Longer sight lines, not one that you want to go toe-to-toe with a Graviton Lance user with. However, you can pretty much be competitive with almost anybody at that mid to long range slot. So don't go head first into engagements trying to get really up close and personal with it. The scope options just make this thing feel a little bit too bulky and slow for close range. And especially with the new weapon slot meta, you have much more potential to be taken down by a shotgun user who's going to be pushing you aggressively. I've had 3 of these drop for me thus far. I believe they just come from general Forsaken activities like the regular milestone powerful engrams that you're going to be seeing. If it drops for you, definitely take a look at that perk set before you get rid of it or infuse it. And if you already have a Vigilance Wing that you absolutely love and you don't need like a legendary PvP pulse rifle, it might not be for you. I don't want to oversell Right Side of Wrong. It's just a lot of times when we get the new swath of weapons, most are kind of average and meh in PvP. I was very pleasantly surprised to see how quick a takedown it can do with Headseeker and how easy it was to use in PvP. The recoil is going to be up and to the right slightly, and it feels quite easy to manage on PC. However, the difference between recoil on console and PC is always quite different. The way this pulse feels on the console might vastly differ from the PC side of things where I was testing. With that said, if you've had this drop for you, let me know what you think about it, what platform you're playing on, and what role you had on it. Thanks very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, thumbs it up, subscribe for more. I can't wait for more Forsaken to unfold. Let me know what you're thinking about the expansion thus far. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk with you again next time.